Hey everybody, it's Tyler again, and today with the weather and the seasons changing and summer inevitably coming closer, what I wanted to tell you guys about today was ways you can reduce your allergies, reduce your symptoms, and probably also prevent the onset of allergies on your own without the need of things like over the counter or I guess store drugs and things like that, natural plant remedies, as well as some like awesome life changes you can make as well to be able to rid your body of allergies. Now, one of the first things, and this is what I personally feel is the biggest causation for onset of allergies in people, and it's my own personal belief. And I noticed this to be true for me because of a variety of reasons. But the first thing is excess toxicity in the body. So what I mean by that necessarily is just the accumulation of um, things the body really has a hard time breaking down, accumulating in your system to a point where it's just kind of stockpiled within you. So if you're a person that's suffering with allergies, my first recommendation would be to just incorporate things into your diet that are detoxifying, whether it's MSM or apple cider vinegar, or things like fulvic acids and green leafy vegetables. These are just some simple things you can bring into your diet and take on a daily basis that'll help to remove a lot of this garbage from you, as well as drinking clean water. And those are just some of the things you can do to help rid the body of these toxicities. And you may notice through doing it, your allergies will significantly let up on you, and you'll probably feel and be able to breathe a heck of a lot better. Now, thing number two to keep in mind, as well as a diet that's lighter in nature, and detoxifying. Another thing to keep in mind to help reduce the symptoms of allergies would be to actually really, really, really restrict your intake of dairy. And what I mean is, like, I'm not saying stop drinking milk, but maybe like really let up on the cheeses, and let up on like drinking a lot of milk. And if you are going to drink milk and consume dairy, just make sure it's of like a very good quality. You can get family farm stuff, local farms, that don't use hormones and again things that lead to toxicity in the body. um, that's another thing, just limit dairy intake. And these are just two things right there you can do to remove some of the causes of what allergies really are in people. Now, the other things I want to get into regarding allergies are preventative things you can take, some of them on a near daily basis, to not only help build support for your system, but also um, help to create an immunity to what would be giving you allergies in terms of the natural world. Um, I don't mean to contradict myself there. I'm just saying that we have a sensitivity to things in the natural world that cause allergies, and if we have a lot of toxins in us, we're going to react in a certain way. So this is kind of helping to balance the other equation, the other side of the equation. And what that would be is actually one, consuming local raw honey. It hasn't been pasteurized, so it contains a lot of the plant material that the bees who have been pollinating the flowers in your local area bring to the honey when they make it. So it contains all of that plant material. So that right there, taken on pre-spring season, will help you to take in a lot of that stuff to build up a bit of a resistance, so you won't be so irritated and heightened in your sensitivity to the pollen and the change of the seasons. So raw local honey is a big one. Thing number two that I would definitely recommend, not permanently, but taken for a short period of time, would be an Indian Ayurvedic. And Ayurvedic, again, is life knowledge medicine from India. So it's an Ayurvedic herb, and it's called Triphala. Triphala. Now, Triphala is good for a couple of things, and it's very good for allergies and helping somebody to detox primarily, because what Triphala does is it removes excess mucus in the body. A lot of people, when they're talking about their allergies, they talk about how they have sinus infections. They can feel like, liquid or mucus right here in their throat or in their lungs. So Triphala is it's actually a combination of three different herbs, and it's, a medicinal combination or compilation called Triphala. And this is actually going to help pretty dramatically if you take it, as recommended. Remove this excess mucus from your body. So cutting out dairy or limiting dairy or upping your dairy quality with Triphala will dramatically help with allergies. Now, the third thing I'm going to recommend to take is actually an herb that's very native to North America. It's very common up here actually, and that's nettle, ground powdered nettle. You can buy it in capsules. It'll be a little bit more expensive, or you can buy it, in bulk. Be a lot cheaper that way. I would recommend that, organic if possible. It shouldn't be too hard considering it grows wildly up here in the Northeast. Now, nettle is remarkable because it has a lot of good medicinal uses, and it's one of the herbs that it's very safe. It's recommended nettle's taken for a very long period of time, and people actually recommend taking it for a minimum of a month if it's something you're going to take. So I've been taking nettle for probably about 3 months now, maybe longer, and I can honestly say I have no allergy problems. Helping people not be bothered or irritated from the natural world is nettle's number one selling point. It is why people take it. It has other medicinal uses, but for allergy relief, it's number one. Any herbalist will tell you that. If you tell me you have allergy problems, they will recommend nettle. So of course I am recommending nettle to you if you have allergies. It's one of the best things you can take, very inexpensive. And again, you're not putting all kinds of strange chemicals in your body with any of these things. These are things nature has literally given to the planet so the planet can use for their own health and growth and longevity. So these are just the simplest things you can do. Now, one other tip I'm going to give out there, just because I know allergies can be a curse for some people. I grew up with childhood allergies. It's a dark phase of my life. I did not have a great time. I wasn't the happiest kid to begin with growing up, but with allergies, oh my god, it was gnarly. So this is the last thing I'm going to give as a tip for how to remove your own allergies to the natural world. Now, this last one is very cool. This is actually something that comes again from Ayurvedic medicine. It's just a preventative health tip that's given out. And what you would want to do is you want to get like a dropper, like a little medicine dropper. Not quite a turkey baster. It's a little too big for this. You want something small. That's just like a little dropper. And you want to fill a container up with sesame oil. And every morning, and it's going to sound crazy to some people, but it works like a charm. And if you don't even have allergies, this is still a good thing to do. You take the dropper and you take the sesame oil. Again, organic. This is super important if you're going to do this one. You want to make sure it's organic, because if it's not organic, it has chemicals, pesticides, bogus stuff that are not good for you. And the reason I'm stressing organic here is because with the sesame oil, you can actually take it and put 5 drops of it in each nostril. And what that's going to help do is lubricate the nasal passageways, so air is going to have a much easier time going in. And for those of you with allergies who are always blowing your nose, and this is good in wintertime too, you know how dry your nose can get. You can get prone to sensitivity to nosebleeds, stuffy noses, really dried up noses, crustiness and irritation. All this stuff happens. I mean, anyone with allergies will tell you this. So the easiest way to get around that is as soon as you wake up in the morning, before you drink water, before you go to the bathroom, as soon as you get out of bed, 5 drops of sesame oil in each nose. You can do this every day, all year round. You don't need a lot, just 5 little drops. And again, this will help to lubricate it. So these are just what you can do to remove your allergies and feel a hell of a lot better. You will, oh my god, you'll be telling everybody about this if you do this. I finally made the video because I've heard people complaining about allergies, and I'm like, oh wow, I don't have allergies anymore. I forgot. I used to have that issue. So again, MSM and apple cider vinegar, leafy vegetables, a lot of water to remove toxins, to limit the mucus and help remove the mucus. Go lighter in your diet, less low quality dairy, and Triphala. Taking that in will help to remove that mucus that's in there. And then to help build your immunity, raw local honey, nettle, and there's another one in there. It's kind of escaping my mind right now, but rewatch the video. You'll find the third tip in there for sesame oil. Yeah, sesame oil. And these are things that will really, really help you to be able to feel like so much better and be able to breathe easy and enjoy the summertime and not, dread having the seasons change. Instead, you can be present, be here, and have the best summer ever. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content of this video. I hope it's useful, informative, and transformative for all of you. I'm Tyler Ellison. I wish you guys the best afternoon in existence, and I will make more videos later. Adios, everyone.